The Bomber character has the Blast Medic specialization. He has 4 regular and 1 special skills, each of which is tied to a specific key on the keyboard. In this video, Blast Medic plays a character with the nickname Beast. The Q skill has a cooldown of 15 seconds. Blast Medic throws a bomb at an ally that bounces back to 2 more allies in turn and heals each of them. That is, you can heal from 1 to 3 targets. The first person hit by the healing bomb will heal the most, the second target about 75% of the first target, and the third about 50%. Also, the Blast Medic can throw a bomb at himself first, and then it will jump back to other allies. The official website says that the bomb can also be thrown at the enemy, which will damage 1 to 3 targets. Moreover, with each new ricochet, the damage will increase, in contrast to the healing bomb, where the healing decreased with the new ricochet. But in the 15 minutes of the official gameplay video number 3, I never saw Blast Medic use this skill against enemies. With a cooldown of 15 seconds for this skill, I think it deals too little damage and heals at an average level. The W skill has a cooldown of 10 seconds. Blast Medic throws a bomb that deals physical damage in an area and blinds all enemies for 2 to 3 seconds. What exactly the blindness in Corepunk means, I don't know yet. Most likely it reduces the radius of view. This skill can also be used on allies. Anyone within the blast radius will receive shields. Considering that one of the allies has a maximum health reserve of 608, we can roughly calculate how much shield he received. To do this, first we find out in pixels the width of the full HP bar, then the width of the shield bar. And by simple calculations, it turned out that the ally received 80 units of the shield. In my opinion, the skill is quite useful. Deals area damage, blinds all enemies, and grants shields to all allies for approximately 10 to 15% of their maximum health. Skill E has a cooldown of 30 seconds. Blast Medic creates a doppelganger and directs it to a specific side. When passing through enemies, the doppelganger deals magic damage to them, and when passing through allies, it heals them. The skill can be pressed again and then the Blast Medic will quickly change place with a double. All enemies in between will be stunned for 2 seconds, and all allies will gain a short movement speed boost. Blast Medic does not have much health and armor, she is just a fragile girl with the nickname Beast. So the teleportation skill is extremely useful for her. And the coolest feature, as for me, is the stunning of several targets at once. The R skill has a cooldown of 130 to 100 seconds, depending on the level. Blast Medic takes out a drone that can launch either at an ally, or at itself, or at an enemy for 7 seconds. If launched at an ally, they will receive a periodic healing, as well as a significant increase in movement speed. Unfortunately, in gameplay video number 3, the developers didn't show how the drone works on the enemy and the Blast Medic itself. But judging by the information from the official website, if you use a drone on an enemy, then all damage to it increases by 10%, and each basic attack on it will deal additional magic damage. Just not clear, we are talking about the basic attacks of the Blast Medic, or about any characters. In any case, if the drone can be used on some boss, then this is an extremely useful skill. After all, for 7 seconds, all damage to it will be increased, which means that the whole group or raid can squeeze out their burst abilities at this very moment, which will make them even stronger. For those who don't know, burst abilities are skills with a long cooldown, but which deal the most damage. If Blast Medic directs a drone at himself, he will receive a shield, approximately 2 times greater than that which he gives to an ally with the W skill, and also his basic attacks will slow the enemy, but how much is not indicated. For convenience, I will divide the Blast Medic's special skill into 2 parts. The first part is the passive buffs that the character always gets, even without activating a special skill. There are 3 passive buffs in total, only one of them can be active at a time. The first one increases outgoing healing by 10%. The second one increases attack speed by 10%. The third one makes it so that basic attacks deal area damage. Each buff lasts only 5 seconds, and after this time is automatically replaced by the next one, and so in a circle. The second part of the special skill is that it can be activated with the T key. When activated, the current passive buff is extended by 10 seconds and empowered. The first, instead of 10%, receives a 20% bonus to outgoing healing. The second, instead of 10%, receives a 20% bonus to attack speed. The third one retains the area damage dealt by basic attacks. And now each basic attack deals additional physical damage. Thus, it is beneficial for Blast Medic to use the first buff when more healing is needed, the second buff when you need to deal maximum damage to one target, the third buff when you need to deal maximum damage to several nearby targets. For example, one of the skill combinations looks something like this. Give shields to allies, blind enemies and deal some damage with W, heal allies with Q, launch a drone with R to heal and speed up an ally, and use E to stun some enemies, inflict them a little damage, as well as heal and speed up allies. Here, for example, is another situation when mobs aggravated on an allied archer, but the shield and heal that arrived in time helped him survive. Let's summarize. Blast Medic is a half support, half healer, and half damager. He can blind, stun, slow down, and also increase incoming damage to the enemy. For the team, it is useful for medium-level healing, good shields and an increase in movement speed. He can protect himself with the same healing and shields, as well as the teleportation of the E skill. Special skill allows, depending on the situation, either to heal more strongly, or to deal more damage to one or more targets. Well, also do not forget about the main buff. If you make the nickname Beast, then this passively increases coolness by 28%. Thank you for watching until the end and see you in the next vids.